Hi everyone, it's great to see you. I'm in my backyard today, and as I start thinking of fall plantings, I've been assessing some of the current planters that I have going. And here I have one very large Coleus. So this planter is comprised, I believe, of, let me look, one of the Coleus that I grew from seed, and it's very happy, it's done very well, it is huge, and it's not in that big of a planter. So this time of year I start looking at my planters and seeing what is looking like either it needs to be potted up for a little more space. Sometimes I have 2 or 3 things in one planter. It's a great time to divide them, find another place for them. And I look at this Coleus, I just think this one is ready to be planted in the ground. I have a perfect shady spot for it, and I'm going to take it out and then I'm going to repurpose this planter for something else. Now, you'll notice on either side of me I have 2 other great looking Coleus here, and these are just going to stay. It's entirely up to you. I could even pinch this back further and leave it in the planter. That would be fine, but I think in this case it's time to make that change. So the first thing I'm going to do is really carefully remove this Coleus from the planter, and if I tip it over here, I'm just going to wiggle it a bit. Look at this. Okay, so we are nice and root bound here. This does give me a good idea that it needs a bigger home. So I can just pick this whole plant up and carry it to its new place in the garden. So now I have a nice empty pot. That is the great thing when you have a root bound plant like that. It just takes everything right out of the pot with the roots and we can start fresh. So as usual, I'm going to use some of the potting mix. Always using a potting mix instead of potting soil in your planters. And I figure that we didn't have a killing frost, boy, I want to think it was like November 17th last year, so you still have a ways to go with your outdoor annuals. So I'm thinking I'm starting this fresh and new. So yes, I did just get rid of one Coleus to put in a different area. I'm going to put in a different Coleus. Remember, it takes a while for them to reach that size. So I'm starting with a much smaller size here. By November, this planter will be big and beautiful like that. This is a Bryce Canyon, and I think this particular Coleus is perfect for fall. You're going to notice that a lot of your nurseries are putting out new Coleus now. So maybe you have some in your garden, but now you want to move more towards those fall colors in your planter. So here I have this beautiful, nice, deep maroon color, and this one's pretty tall already. I can always pinch it back further if I wanted to start shorter. And as I'm doing it, there is a bunny right behind the camera hopping by. He's saying, "What are you planting for me today?" So I have this nice, tall maroon Coleus here. And then I have this rainbow, this Ascot Rainbow Euphorbia. So if we're talking something thriller, spiller, that type of thing, this is going to be kind of my thriller here. It's tall, it's a vibrant color. This is more of a filler. It's not too tall, but it will bush out a bit and provide that sort of filling area. And look at the contrast here. That is so pretty with this nice lime variegated leaf against the dark maroon. And then as we get into fall, I am a sucker, of course, for any type of your ornamental kale, and there are a whole bunch out there. This has this nice sort of purple veined look to it. You can find them in purples and whites. Just, they're beautiful and they last for so long. So another real, to me, fallish piece of creating a new planter. And there we have, I try to go for 3 things in a planter. They have breathing space in here. I've rejuvenated this plant. Now I have to go plant that beautiful Coleus, and I'll show you how it looks in its new place. So here I have my rejuvenated fall planter that will go up on my deck and just add a nice, cheerful, fresh start to this planter. And then way back there, my Coleus has much more space to branch out, to continue growing. It doesn't even look that big situated here. So I just have a feel that this is a better fit for it. For the rest of the season, I'll still be able to enjoy it, and it can continue to thrive rather than being completely root bound. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.